Have you ever been to an airport that has a yarn shop? If you've been through Oslo Airport this autumn, you may have noticed that there's a pop-up yarn shop at Oslo Airport. I was able to visit it on my way back from Norway last time a couple of weeks ago. So today I'm going to tell you about it, do a little review of it, and show you what I bought. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you're new here, my name is Anniken. I design knitting patterns. I teach knitting workshops online and in person, and I sell yarn through our website YarnAddict.co.uk. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. And if you are at the Knit and Stitch show in Harrogate this weekend, do check out my workshops. There are still some spaces available when I'm filming this. Some are fully booked, but not all of them. I'll link it below. Click on the advanced filter and you can scroll down and select my name, and then you'll just see my workshops. So if you're there or if you see me walking around, do stop and say hello. I have some gaps between workshops, so hopefully I will be able to have a bit of a look around as well. Most of the time I only have like an hour or an hour and a half gaps between workshops. So I am Norwegian. My parents live near Oslo, and this year I've been to Norway 5 times and I got one more trip to go. So 6 trips this year. It'll be 97 days in Norway in total this year, which is a lot. That's a quarter of the year, so that's a lot. And last September, August-September, I spotted on social media there was a yarn shop, a pop-up yarn shop coming at Oslo Airport. I was so excited, and I was really looking forward to going to Norway in October, and I was really looking forward to leaving Norway in early November. That sounds bad. Hope my mum's not watching. But I was really keen to visit this yarn shop. Now, I normally arrive at the airport quite early. I had a sort of late morning flight, but I like to be at the airport in plenty of time because of queuing at security. I normally get a meal before I get on my flight, and also because of flying to outside the Schengen zone, I need to go through immigration, and I have a Norwegian passport, so normally I can just walk straight through. But there's been some reports lately of queues. I saw somebody post that they missed their flight in Oslo because they had to queue at passport control. So I wanted to be there early. I did check their opening hours. They open quite early, like 8 or 8:30 in the morning. I'm going again at Christmas, but the day we're coming back, because it's between Christmas and New Year, we have got a late flight, so we could try and get there early, but we would be there like 4 hours before. Well, we'd need to get there nearly 5 hours before our flight leaves for me to be able to pop into the yarn shop. And also because it's between Christmas and New Year, I'm not sure that they are following their normal opening hours. So, and then they are closing in March. Apparently this was a temporary thing from September to March. I don't know when I'm going to Norway again, probably thinking end of February, but coming back early March. So I may be able to visit one more time, but I don't know. Anyway, I've got some footage to show you. So when you come, which I'll show you over while I'm talking about it, and then I'll show you what I bought. So coming through security, you want to go towards international departures, but don't go through the security doors into international departures, and you'll see it there. It's in the middle of the walkway kind of thing, and it's quite big. It was bigger than I expected, and they had quite a lot of choice. I went and had a look. There was a few other customers in there when I was looking, so I was trying to film, but there was other customers there, and I try not to get other customers in the picture. I bought something that I'd seen on their social media, and I'd already decided I wanted. I was actually going to get one for a friend as well, but they were a bit more expensive than I expected, so I only bought one for myself. And then I walked outside, and they have glass outside, so you can see the display when you walk all the way around it. So I walked all the way around and started filming it. Then I saw something I hadn't seen inside, so I went back in again and I bought something else. So they stock a lot of Norwegian yarn brands, but also some international brands, some of the Scandinavian brands. They have loads of yarn. They have project bags. They have some sewing kits, crochet stuff. They have books. They have notions, needles, scissors, everything you could want, all the kind of stuff you get in a normal yarn shop. A lot of Norwegian wool, but also international brands. I was looking at the yarn, but I'm trying not to buy too much yarn at the moment because of the fact that we are planning to move next year. I need to have a big clear out, so there's no point buying loads of yarn unless I have specific things planned for it. And the good thing, if you're flying and you're flying with a low-cost airline like I was only flying with a backpack. I fly with Ryanair, and I pay for their pay for their basic ticket, which means I can take a backpack with me. It's a big backpack, but it was stuffed full. And I knew that if I had to put in the sizer, I would struggle because it was completely chock full. And I also had a small crossbody bag, which I normally put around my waist like a bum bag, and pull my top over it when I board the plane so it's less visible. But you are allowed to take a bag of shopping with you. So if you get a bag and buy stuff in the airport, you can take that on the plane with you. Ryanair said that you have to fit, if you only bought their basic ticket, you have to fit everything under the seat in front of you. I had actually paid for an emergency aisle seat, so I had extra leg room. That also means that I can't have anything under the seat in front of me. It all has to go up in the overhead locker. So I wasn't worried about that because it had to go in the overhead locker anyway. But I did decide to buy something. So let me show you what I bought. I'm just going to take it all out so you don't have the rustling of the bag. This yarn shop is run by Kjørven, which is a yarn shop in Oslo. City centre is in Majorstuen, part of Oslo, right next to the, I'll put the name on the screen, name of the yarn shop and the name of the metro stop. When you come to the metro station at Majorstuen, you go out and you turn left, you go across the road, and it's just up there on the right. So it's very easy to get to. I did a yarn shop tour of Oslo. So last year, I can't remember, but I'll link it below and I'll link it at the end of this video as well, where I did go to Kjørven, so their city centre location. It's not right in the city centre, but it's easy to get to. If you get the metro from Oslo city centre, it's like the first stop out of the city centre stops. So it's very easy to get to. And it's a really nice shop, and it has like a haberdashery shop next to it, which I don't know whether it's linked to it or not, but there is a haberdashery shop next to it. Right, I can't remember what I bought. I thought there's a bag in here. What's in here? So I got a crochet hook. I don't know why I got a crochet hook. I got several 3.5mm crochet hooks. I don't really know where I got that. I probably could actually do with could have done with a 3.75, but I like the colour. Unless I'm getting more into crochet, I got a crochet hook. I don't remember what my reasoning for that was. And then the thing I wanted to get, which I've seen on their social media, so it's a passport cover with a map of the world on it. And the idea is so you can embroider where you've been. So I've seen it on their social media and I kind of wanted it. So that was the thing that I knew I would buy. They were about 400 kroner, which isn't that cheap. I would have preferred a different colour, to be honest, but I do like it. So this one is like a brown burgundy-ish one. Hang on, upside down. Yeah, that's the right way around. So the idea is, I guess you can embroider in where you've been. It's quite small. Like, I've been to a lot of European countries, but not all European countries, but because Europe is small on this map, I'm going to end up embroidering in a lot of that. And also trying to guess, because I've been to a few places in the States, but trying to accurately guess that will be difficult. Yeah, I will have a go at embroidering in where I've been. I may just embroider in all of it, I don't know. It comes with some gold thread and a sewing needle around a little aircraft. I think this is from a company that's based in, I think I looked online for them just to see what else they did. I think they are based in Finland, I think. So this is the stitched passport cover, and this is the maroon colorway. I might, next time I go, if we get to Oslo, go to Kjørven, which is the yarn shop that runs this pop-up, and see if they sell them. I don't know, we'll see. I've mainly been in Europe and a few places in North America, and I've been to Morocco for one day, but that counts. So I won't be able to fill in that much of this. I don't normally use passport covers, but it's not massive, so I thought it was quite good. I can put my passport in there and use it. I also bought an extra thing of thread, so this comes with this gold thread and needle, but I did buy an extra thing of threads, of pastel threads. That was 70 kroner, so not very much. They did like two colorways, so the pastel one and a brighter colorway one. So I got that one. Originally I picked up both, and then I decided just to get that one. So I don't know whether I'll use the gold thread for this passport cover or whether I'll use these. I don't know, or whether I'll even get around to doing it. And then I left the shop. I paid for that. I walked out. I walked around the building to film it. I walked around the back and I noticed some stuff I hadn't seen. So I grabbed this and went back in again. And I've got this tin. I have a little notions tin that I have all my notions in for, like a little travel kit that I take with me when I travel. And it fits all my stitch markers, a tape measure, small pair of scissors, sewing needles, a few other bits and pieces. And this one, this is empty, it doesn't have anything in it, but I thought I could transfer my notions into there. I originally got a notions tin from American woman. Her business name is The Sexy Knitter. I think she still does them. She had an Etsy shop where she sold these tool tins, and she was one of the designers that started out around the same time as me, so we were in the same online group at the time, and she did some tool tins with my pictures on it. So I sent her a picture of my yarn and some pictures of my designs at the time, and she used them as the pictures on her tool tins as like a limited edition thing, and she sent me one of each. So I used that for years, and then because it was getting a bit scruffy and a bit worn out, I had a tin this size from Beautiful Knitters in London that I bought a few years ago with 2 barber cords in, and I didn't really need it to store the barber cords, so I've been using that. I transferred all the stuff from my old tool tin into that tin, but now I'm going to transfer them into here, and then I might actually use the one from Beautiful Knitters for a few barber cords because they end up everywhere and I can't find them. And I know I've got 2 packs of them somewhere that I cannot find, and it's really annoying because I really could do with them this week, but I can't find them. This is, it says Knits by Cindy Ekman. I don't know. And it says just a little box of my favorite notions. This one costs 160 kronor. And it's, I think it's actually the same company that do the passport cover, knits.fi. I think that's the Finnish company. I think they're the same people that do these passport covers. Although it doesn't have their website on them. Don't know. Anyway, that's what I got. So I didn't buy any yarn, but I bought some other fun things. Because why not? So have you travelled through Oslo Airport and been to Yarn on the Go? Are you travelling to Oslo in the next few months? Check their opening hours because they're only open during the day. I think it's from like about 8:30 to about 6ish. I think they close slightly earlier on a Saturday, but they are open on a Sunday. So if you're travelling through Oslo Airport, do look them up. If you go into international departures, you need to find them before you go through international departures. But they are, if you go through security, turn right towards international departures, you'll see them. They got a big neon sign. It's a location where they have had various pop-up shops over the last few years. I'm hoping it's been successful for them and they'll extend it, because I would love it if it was there every time I left Norway. Now, Norway has loads of yarn shops, so do I need to shop at the airport? No. But I'm always at the airport way too early, so it's fun to pop in and look a bit of yarn on my way home. So if you've been there, let me know, what did you think of it? Did you buy anything? If you're going to Oslo, let me know what you think when you've been, and do check out my yarn shop tours in Oslo. I got one that I did, I think it was last year, where I visited 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 yarn shops in a day. So I'll link that below. So if you're going to Oslo, do check it out. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. And go to my website, YarnAddict.co.uk. Make sure you sign up to my newsletter. And if you haven't watched my Game of Wool videos, the latest one was out on Tuesday. Do go and check that out. Next week, I will be back with a podcast. I just haven't done enough knitting that I can show you this week. But next week, I'll be back with a podcast. And possibly also a Game of Wool reaction video, and maybe also a Harrogate knit and stitch vlog. I don't know. Also, if you're from Yorkshire, am I pronouncing Harrogate right, or is it Harrogate? I don't know. Let me know if you're from Yorkshire. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.